Today I'm going to be playing some Shuffle Rogue, because everyone loves Shuffle Rogue, right? We get to play Stowaway, Waxadred, and Shadow of Death, which is a pretty nice package. To go with that Waxadred, we also get to play a Necrium Apothecary package, also playing Necrium Blade and 2 Mechanical Whelp. So far that package has done a really nice job of keeping my win rate around 50%. To round out this shuffle package, I also wanted to play quite a bit of card draw. That way we could actually hit our Waxadreds and Shadows consistently. So I was pretty interested in playing Candle Breath, which is just really insane. 3 mana draw 3 cards is nuts. I do only play 4 dragons in this deck, but it actually hasn't been that much of an issue so far. And I play a reasonable amount of card draw otherwise, so we actually usually have dragons in the hand. Or if we don't have a dragon, this deck is pretty good at spending mana on something other than the Candle Breath. I think everything else in this list is pretty straightforward, other than maybe these injured Tolvirs. I was dying a lot with this deck and felt like I wanted something defensive, and injured Tolvir is kind of a cute card with Shadow of Death because they come out as 2/6s, but it's definitely the sketchiest card in the deck, I would say.
The light shall bring victory.
Watch your back.
Nightmare Amalgam's an okay turn 3, but not the most exciting thing I can be doing in the early game with this deck. I think I'd probably go Amalgam on 3 and then Candle Breath on 4. 4 mana draw 3 is still a pretty good card. Hold on to this dagger because it looks like I'm spending my mana pretty well for the next several turns. Another Amalgam. Probably rather play Candle Breath. Looks like I'm going Waxadred next turn, and then maybe I just Shadow of Death it. Picked up the Stowaway even. Are there any good Shadow of Death targets in his deck? Maybe like Katrina Muerte could be pretty sick. If I hit Waxadreds, they can be Plague of Death, which is kind of annoying. Oh wow, he's a Galakrond deck. Makes sense, I guess, since I haven't seen a quest yet. Pretty good top deck. I guess I like Shadow of Death on Waxadred. It's pretty good. I guess I'll shiv this thing. So Stowaway hits 2 Waxadreds next turn, which is pretty insane, and it draws 2 cards, of course.
The end
Definitely want to just go ahead and kill this guy. I have 8 cards in hand, this guy puts me up to 9, so I can't really Candle Breath here. Let's just go Shiv Stowaway, I suppose. Wow, another Stowaway. 9 cards in hand, so I don't need to burn a prep. And I've got 2 more Waxadreds in deck for the Stowaway. Although I probably never play this stowaway until these Waxadreds die. Okay, my Waxadreds died.
My blood be born again.
Up to 2 on his Galakrond. Oh, a candle. I probably do just stowaway here, I guess. 10 cards in hand, so I need to play something first. I guess I'm probably gonna have to burn a prep as well. But we're still a turn out from Plague of Death, so I think it's fine. Oh, I didn't really want to hit that last candle, but I guess it's fine.
Here we go.
Alright. I guess Mass Hysteria number 2 is what he's looking for here. Or maybe a Zephyrus if he's that kind of deck. But like, even if he clears here... I always have Candle Breath to just hit these things again. And it looks like he low rolled, so he's just dead. I don't really think there was much coming back from him. And he might have been dead anyway, since I had Ziliax on Nightmare Amalgam for damage.
Valera versus Thrall. For Doomhammer.
Watch your back.
Let's try to hit that Apothecary. Found a lot of card draw to hopefully pick up the Apothecary. Probably worth shiving here. That way I can play the Blade next turn and have a chance at hitting Apothecary on 4.
Here we go.
He's pretty overloaded here, which is good for me, I guess. What if I Shadow of Death a 2/3 here, and then stow away on the following turn? Is that worth it? Probably not. But if Ziliax lives here, I can see myself Shadow of Deathing Ziliax and then playing stowaway. The best Shadow of Death target in this matchup for sure is going to be the 8/8s from his Galakrond, but that is probably not reasonable. I'll take some 4/5s next turn.
Here we go.
4/5 taunt is much better than the 2/3 taunt I was considering. And when you have the Shadow of Death stowaway combo, you really don't have to hit something that good. Because, like, even if you're hitting Wisps, the stowaway is still 5 mana, 4/4 draw 2, which is powerful.
Speaking on board was a bad idea. Act as your skin, Dragon Lord.
That's incredible.
I could prep a Shiv here. It would prevent him from
Well played.
taking a trade with his 4/5 next turn. Because he would want to hold on to it for Healing Totem. I don't think that's especially relevant.
I wonder.
Prep is so good because, like, if I hit any dragon, I can prep out this Candle Breath for 1 mana. And then maybe still play a Flick or something. So I can, what, Shiv Dagger into his 4/2? I'd probably rather just go, like, prep the Breath and then Necrium plus Amalgam. I hit an Apothecary here. I probably prefer playing the Blade, though. And then Amalgam is just the best thing I can do along with that. I could clear out totems for Faceless Corruptor, but one, I'm not even sure that they still play Faceless Corruptor. And even if they do, like, I can't full clear his board, so it's not really worth it, I don't think. Stowaway. I have another Shadow in deck, so I could just stow away here. Pretty sure I just like making a 7/7 here. Save the stowaway for after the Apothecary, because maybe it hits Waxadred. Then I can get 2 things out of it instead of 1. Definitely could have positioned better here. Although I don't think I could have separated the Whelp and the 7/7, so it wasn't that significant. But I could have had a 3/4 instead of a 2/3 here, basically. Well, I think I do want to play the Necrium Apothecary here, while I have a Death Rattle in the deck still. So let's go prep Apothecary, Shiv, Waxadred, probably. And then when these Waxadred Death Rattles die, I've got Stowaway to replace them. Hate to see the 8/8s. They don't trade super well here, though, and I can flick them. Okay, so do I want to Shadow of Death 8/8 Rush minions or Waxadreds? I'm getting pretty close to the bottom of my deck, so I could start, like, really going off with Waxadreds every turn. But maybe getting 8/8 Rushers for next turn is pretty good. I think I like the more immediate play. Alright, so we stow away next turn. We might even be able to play Zephyrus along with it, but it's hard to say. This is going to be a Dragon's Pack. Oh, we should have traded off his 2/3 first. Definitely would have preferred hitting 8/8s to a Waxadred here. Oh, Candle Breath though. Maybe I can still hit some 8/8s. I think now I want to trade this off first, because at this point hitting a Candle doesn't stop me from hitting a Shadow. So those trades happen, obviously.
Choose soon.
Let's just grab a silence here so we can take a little bit more power off the board. It didn't give me a silence. Well, it's probably pretty unlikely he can kill me from here. But if I die this turn by less than 3 damage, I'm going to be really pissed that Zephyrs didn't let me silence Bone Wraith. Looks like I'm probably not dead. Probably getting Shudderwalked.
My jaws that bite, my claws that catch.
Okay, he only got 188. 188's pretty scary though, if I'm being honest. But my 5-card deck is 2 candles and a shadow. It's pretty decent.
I'm almost out of cards.
For your life.
I can draw a taunt minion here if I feel like that's relevant. It's probably not worth the fatigue damage.
Choose soon.
Well, I've seen Galakrond and Shudderwalk already.
I hope you like my
You can have another Dragon's Pack, which would be a real bummer for me.
I'm out of cards.
So I've got 19 damage here. No way to get more damage. I can trade off my Waxadreds and play Big Ol' Whelp, but then I die to fatigue, so that's not a real play.
I've got more left in me.
Alright. He needs 2 damage. I've already seen a Haunting Visions, so it's probably pretty hard for him to find this damage. And I don't think... I mean, maybe he could, like, Earthshock my 8-1, freeze something, but then he's still dead. So he needs better than Earthshock, Invocation. Alright. Man. If he had one more turn, I would have just died to fatigue.